Welcome to my YouTube channel, where history's most captivating stories come to life. The Middle East, a land rich in ancient history, sacred texts, and a boiling cauldron of modern-day rivalries. Among its most tense and complex feuds lies the conflict between two powerful nations, Israel and Iran. But what fuels this hostility? Is it purely political, religious, historical? Why does Israel believe it holds a special place in the world? And how does that clash with the vision of Iran's ruling Ayatollahs, born from revolution and Islamic ideology? Today, we take a journey through time, from biblical covenants to Persian empires, from secret nuclear facilities to theocratic regimes, to understand the Israel-Iran conflict and the deeper beliefs driving both nations. To understand Israel's worldview, we must go far back to the biblical figure of Abraham, who, according to Jewish tradition, received a covenant from God. God promised Abraham that his descendants would become a great nation and inherit the land of Canaan, modern-day Israel and Palestine. This promise was repeated to Isaac, then Jacob, and later affirmed through Moses, who led the Israelites out of Egypt. This gave rise to the concept of the Jews as God's chosen people. For thousands of years, this belief has shaped Jewish identity. It's not about superiority, but about a divine mission, a responsibility to uphold God's laws and values. After centuries of persecution, diaspora, and the horrors of the Holocaust, Israel was reborn in 1948, not just as a political homeland, but as a fulfillment of ancient prophecy. From this perspective, Israel's existence is not merely historical, it is sacred, and its security is non-negotiable. This belief in a unique purpose fuels Israel's self-perception and sometimes clashes with others who see it as political arrogance. Now let's turn to Iran. Before 1979, Iran was ruled by the Pahlavi dynasty, a monarchy led by Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi. He was pro-Western, secular, and modernizing, but his regime was autocratic and corrupt. Beneath the surface, anger brewed, especially among the religious class and conservative rural populations. They saw Westernization as a betrayal of Iran's Islamic identity. Then, enter Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, a charismatic Shia cleric exiled by the Shah for criticizing his regime. From exile, Khomeini preached an Islamic uprising, and in 1979, the revolution succeeded. The Shah fled, and Iran became an Islamic republic, ruled by clerics under Shia Islamic law. This was a dramatic shift, from monarchy to theocracy, from pro-Western to fiercely anti-American and anti-Israeli. The Ayatollahs believed in exporting the revolution, challenging the West's influence in the Muslim world, and standing against Zionist oppression, their term for Israel. To them, Israel is not just a state. It is a symbol of Western domination and injustice in the Muslim world. After 1979, Iran and Israel went from distant neighbors to ideological enemies. Israel, once friendly with the Shah, became a direct target of Iranian rhetoric. Khomeini called it a cancerous tumor in the heart of the Islamic world. Over the decades, their tensions escalated through proxy conflicts, cyber warfare, and nuclear fears. Iran funds and arms groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza, both of which have attacked Israel. Israel, in turn, has conducted airstrikes in Syria, targeting Iranian military installations. And in 2020, a top Iranian nuclear scientist, Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, was assassinated, widely believed to be the work of Mossad, Israel's intelligence agency. But at the center of the storm lies the nuclear question. Iran insists its nuclear program is for energy. Israel believes it's for weapons. Why is Israel so alarmed? Because a nuclear-armed Iran, led by leaders who openly deny Israel's right to exist, is seen as an existential threat. This conflict isn't just political or military, it's deeply ideological. Israel sees itself as a nation reborn from prophecy, a beacon of Jewish survival and innovation, constantly surrounded by enemies. It believes in its divine right and moral duty to protect its people and land. Iran's ruling clerics, especially the Ayatollahs, see themselves as guardians of true Islam, standing against corruption, secularism, and imperialism. Israel, in their eyes, is an illegitimate state occupying Muslim lands. Each side believes it is fulfilling a greater destiny. And in this clash of sacred identities, diplomacy becomes incredibly difficult. But amidst all the conflict, we must ask, is peace possible? Not all Iranians support their government. In fact, millions of Iranians have protested against the regime's policies, calling for more freedoms and better relations with the world. Likewise, many Israelis desire peace, tired of decades of conflict and isolation. The younger generations in both countries often see beyond ideology, wanting education, stability, and a future free from fear. The challenge is immense, but not impossible. History has shown us that empires rise and fall, but human dignity and the desire for peace persist. The Israel-Iran conflict is not just a regional dispute. It is a clash of identities, faiths, traumas, and destinies. Understanding the past helps us make sense of the present, and perhaps, just perhaps, shape a better future. If we listen to the stories behind the politics, the beliefs, the fears, and the hopes, we may find not just conflict, but also a common longing for peace. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insight into world history and current affairs.